Hello and welcome to Rathod Science Academy. Today in this session we are going to see very important articles that appeared in our today's newspaper. First of all, I'll let you know important topics of the day, and later on we are going to see those topics in both prelims and as well as mains point of view, and at last I'll be giving you prelims practice questions also so that you can understand how questions can be asked from that topic. Actually, most of the articles in our today's newspaper, it is about formation of government in different states after the elections. So because of this, I didn't find like enough number of articles which are relevant to examination point of view. Only whatever the articles that I got which are relevant from our syllabus, so I took those. There are very less number of articles. Just we are going to see 4 to 5 articles this day. Okay, now let us see the first topic. Topic says, why are fathers missing in reproductive health interventions? This article is talking about role of father in reproductive interventions. That means if you want to improve the health in the next generation, not only mother, equally father is also responsible for this kind of interventions. There is one study which mainly says that most of the times the father is excluded from this health interventions. So because of this, we are not getting proper outcome related to health for next generation. This topic is important from GS paper 2 under governance point of view. Our next topic is unwinnable war. This article is talking about Iran and as well as US negotiations. Actually, once again, these negotiations had been stalled. So because of this, this article title is given as unwinnable war, and this is important from your GS paper 2 under international relations. Next topic is building hazards. India needs to do more to both prevent and fight fires. Once again, there is a fire which erupted in one building in Delhi. So because of this, building hazards is in use, and this topic is important from your GS paper 3 under disaster management. Our next topic is, should the abortion law be amended for minor rape victims? Recently we discussed about Supreme Court observation related to medical termination of pregnancy act. The same thing which is there in column page today, and this topic is important from GS paper 2 under governance. Okay, see this article guys, read out the title. Why are fathers missing in reproductive health interventions? This article is talking about role of a father in reproductive health interventions. Okay. If you see about the different systems in our body, we have digestive system, we have cardiovascular system, we have excretory system, we have reproductive system. If you want to generate the next generation, reproductive system plays a very important role. So here who will be the part? Here we have male and we have female. From male we have sperm, and from female we have egg. Sperm and egg are haploid cells. If these two unites, then what happens? Fertilization will happen. After once the fertilization happens, zygote will form. And this zygote will be dividing, and finally baby will be formed. So this is the process. So actually what is happening here is, whenever government is focusing on improving of health of neonate or children, they are focusing on mainly women. For example, pregnant women will be getting proper food in Anganwadis, and not only that, pregnant women is given different vaccines in Anganwadi centers and in some primary healthcare centers, so that we can improve outcome. And even to fight against anemia in women, women is getting supplements. But here, if you want to form a healthy baby, 50% of contribution is there from women's side, and remaining 50% contribution is there from male side. But this article is saying that in this reproductive health interventions, male is normally ignored. And if male is also included in this kind of interventions, male are not showing interest to participate in this reproductive interventions. So that finally we are not getting the proper outcome. That is about this article. This is the story. Are you understanding? So this entire story is saying that whatever the healthcare programs, especially reproductive related interventions government is coming up with, male is ignored or male is not showing to participate in that. So because of this, final outcome will be, even though there is a certain percentage of improvement of outcome because of improving of health of women, we are not achieving 100% outcome. That is about this study, guys. This is the meaning of the title. Why are fathers missing in reproductive health intervention? So I said till now fathers are mainly ignored or they are not showing interest to participate in this health interventions. So if you see this gist, it is saying about one study, guys. You will be get surprised after seeing this study. Okay, this gist is saying that reproductive health within the health system has traditionally focusing on exclusively on mothers. That is, they are focusing on exclusively on women. Fathers, in contrast, they have largely remained outside of this biological narrative. Emerging scientific evidence now suggests that whenever we are omitting or whenever we are not including this male in this reproductive interventions, obviously it will be having impact on overall outcome. That is this article. So why this is in news? Recently Chinese researchers, they did a study on mice. You know this rat, no? So on this rat they did study. Actually what they did is they underwent structured treadmill exercise for 8 weeks for this rat before going for this reproduction of next generation in the male. So when they compared this rat which is having proper exercise of 8 weeks, whenever they are comparing the rat without having any exercise, the outcome of the next generation is very different. So here the mice which underwent this structured treadmill exercise for 8 weeks, they produced offsprings with significantly improved endurance and with good metabolic profiles. So actually whenever we are consuming something, so if we are not able to digest it, can we consume that, can we use that food in our body? No, it will be getting wasted. So if you want to improve your metabolism in your body, for sure we need to have a physical exercise of at least 30 minutes in our day. So here they did the same study here. They went for structured treadmill exercise for continuously 8 weeks for the male rat, and they compared the results with the rat which is not had been having any exercise. And in this rat, in this next generation of this rat which went for structured exercise, there is improved metabolic profiles. We can apply the same thing for humans also. If human is having proper exercise and if they are having proper metabolism, that will be carried to the next generation. So that what happen, if we are having good metabolic profile, then what will be the advantage for the children? Even if they are eating less food or even if they are eating like what they need, so they will be like strong and they can produce good amount of hemoglobin in their body, and they can have good immunity so that they can fight against infections, so that our next generation will be strong. So remember one thing is, even in your future, if you are planning for the next generation, at that time you have to focus on your diet. So if you go to any gynecologist, they will be advising both husband and woman on this. Focus on your diet, and they will be giving you a proper plan regarding how much amount of fats you have to take, protein you have to take, and which kind of exercises that you have to do for both male and female. And they will ask you to take supplements also every day, at least before 3 months of planning pregnancy. Why? Because earlier days is completely different with now. Because whatever the food we are eating is not having proper nutrition, and even because of lack of physical exercise, our body metabolism had been changed. And we know that even in India, in children also, 1 in every 5 children, they are facing obesity. That means they are having metabolic problems at a very young age. If you are having metabolic problems, obviously conceiving will become very difficult. So because of this, nowadays fertility centers are rising and they are booming, and that become a very big business in India. Okay, so here this article is saying that yes, even we have to include male as a part of this reproductive interventions, then only we can improve outcome. And as there is a famous saying, today's children are tomorrow's citizens. If today's children are not healthy, then what about the future of our country? We don't know, right? So because of this, now this government is saying that we need to address lifestyle factors, like we have to include physical activity and we have to keep it aside substance abuse. Like we have different drugs which had been habituated by people nowadays. Even now in the school areas, especially in this Hyderabad, especially in hi-fi schools and colleges, there is easily available of drugs in the form of chocolates is happening. So because of this, only Telangana government started this project called as Project Eagle to control this drug menace. Are you understanding? So here, this article is saying that we have to include physical activity and as well as we have to avoid the substance abuse and we have to avoid smoking and as well as alcohol so that we can increase outcome, so that we can reduce this kind of health related problems in the people in the future. That is about this article, guys. And you may get a question in your basic science because this is a part of your basic science from biology. And if you are from anthropology background, yes, you have to see this. There we have menopause topics and even reproduction, genetic disorders, everything we'll discuss there. So this is very important from anthropology point of view. Okay, now let us see here. This article is talking about one important program of Government of India. You have to see that, and from that point of view you can get a prelims based question list. So here in this first paragraph itself they are saying that India's reproductive, maternal, newborn, child, adolescent health program, in short it is called as RMNCH+A program. It is focusing on improving of maternal health and as well as children health. This program is also ignoring male guys. So because of this, we are not getting proper outcome related to this program. That is the thing which mainly highlighted in this article. So here, if you see this line, father's lifestyle, diet, exercise, exposure to stress and other factors can program next generation. If father is not having a good lifestyle, good diet, if you are focusing on only junk, eating burgers, pizza, other examples, noodles, pani puri. Okay, so if you are having this kind of habits, it will be shown in the next generation for sure, and it will influence the traits in their children. Because of this, we have to include even male in this kind of interventions. Here in India, we have this RMNCH+A program, which is now involving male, even in the supplementation of iron tablets to adolescent boys. Till today, we focused only on mother and as well as children. Now onwards, we are going to address the problem of adolescent boys under this program. This is one updation in our country's health policy. Because of this, you have to know. Okay, are you understanding? Because at the ground level, as a district collector, you have to implement the programs. If you don't know what are the updates government come up with such kind of programs, how can you implement at the ground level? You can't, right? So if someone comes and asks you to give iron tablets for boys, if you don't know that iron tablets is given to boys under this program, how can you handle the situation? Are you understanding? Okay, they will say, without knowing this, how did you become collector? Yes? Okay, now let us see this program. Government of India is focusing on especially reproductive interventions under this RMNCH+A program, and it comes under, please make a note, National Health Mission. And what exactly government is doing under this? Government is trying to address the problem of anemia and malnutrition for women and children in our country. And now it is extended to adolescent boys. What is this condition of anemia? What does this anemia means? Low HB levels, not exactly iron, HB levels. What is HB? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the important component which is present in RBC. In blood, we have different blood cells. One is RBC, next one is WBC, and next one is platelets. Each and everything have its own role. What RBC will do? RBC has this component called as hemoglobin. Because of this only it appears red in color. And the important function of RBC in your body is carrying oxygen to each and every cell. And from that cell it will bring carbon dioxide to the lungs. That is a major function of this RBC. And what about this WBC? If there is any antigen, if there is any foreign body like microorganisms or anything which is entering into your body, this WBC will be getting activated and they will be fighting against that antigen, right? And what about platelets? If there is any cut on your body, then what happen? Blood loss will happen. Immediately, this platelets will be getting activated and they will be forming a mesh so that they will stop this loss of blood. So, in this way, whatever the blood cells we have, they have their own functions. So, here anemia is very important problem. Why? Because if anemia is there means you will be not having proper hemoglobin in your body. If your body is not having hemoglobin proper way, then what happens? The oxygen carrying capacity in your blood will be obviously reduced. If oxygen carrying capacity is reduced means what happen? You will feel lethargy, you will feel like giddiness, you cannot sit properly and you cannot do your work efficiently. That will be the major problem of anemia. So if you are having anemia means what happens? Overall the efficiency of your body will be reduced. You will be feeling tired very early. Okay. And if you see under this scheme, what are the things that government is doing? First one is mother's absolute affection. They are focusing on improving of breastfeeding coverage also. Especially breastfeeding is very important because mother milk will be having almost all the things which is required for the baby. And one important thing that will be seen in this mother milk is antibodies. That means, have you ever seen if mother get fever? If the baby is drinking the mother milk, obviously baby will be also getting fever. That means whatever thing which is there in the mother, that will be getting transmitted to the baby. Even antibodies will be getting transmitted. So because of this, what happened? Baby will be having good immunity if they are on this breastfeeding. Okay, and they are focusing on breastfeeding especially in the early days, at least for the first 6 months. Why first 6 months? After this first 6 months, we can start solids for the baby. Okay, but till 6 months, we have to feed the baby with this milk only. And next one is nutrition rehabilitations they are setting up. Especially they are providing inpatient medical and nutritional care for the children under 5 years of age. Why 5 years of age is important? Especially whenever this baby born till first 1000 days. It is very important and crucial for the children because entire brain development will be happening before this 5 years of age of the children. At that time, what if we are incorporating whatever the things that we want, that can be developed in the baby. And learning of habits, speech therapy, learning of language and learning of activities, motor skill development, everything will happen in this stage only. At this stage, the rapid development we can see in the children. Within 1 year, the height will be like doubled. So because of this, at that time, they require more nutrition compared to that of other ages. Especially in the life cycle of human, they require more nutrients, especially below this 5 years of age. And next one is in this adolescent age, 13 to 19 age. In these two stages, we need to focus on proper nutrition. If you are providing whatever that is required for the children at that time, then obviously the health of the children is guaranteed in the future. Okay, remember this guys, that will be useful in your future also. And next one is government is focusing on deworming day. What is deworming? I already said about this. Every year at least twice, government will be providing one tablet called as albendazole. I think this Anganwadi teachers will be coming and they will be giving, and even the schools also they will be providing this albendazole, only single tablet. Why? Because in our intestines we have tapeworms. You, me, everyone will have that tapeworms. So what this tapeworms will do is whatever the nutrition you take, they will absorb that nutrition, so that our body will be not getting such kind of nutrition. So because of this, what happened? Anemia will be increasing, the children height will be not increased, weight is not increased, children will not look healthy, they will be getting frequent infections. So because of this, government will organize this deworming day, and on this day children will be getting one tablet called as albendazole that will be killing the tapeworms in the intestine. And it will be conducted in the month of February and as well as August, guys. And next one is government is also focusing on monthly village health sanitation nutrition day. Especially they are focusing on child and as well as maternal health during this period. And next one is safe motherhood booklets. Do you know this? I think you might have seen in your houses also, like if there is any pregnant woman, they will be going to Anganwadi and they will be registering there, and they will be getting one book like what to eat, what not to eat, and they will be going to Anganwadi every month and they will be checking their weight, BP, and even they will be giving some vaccines, and they will be giving a guideline what you have to eat. And nowadays, especially in the urban areas, in Anganwadi centers, they are also giving a proper plan for this pregnant woman, like 9 a.m. you have to drink one glass of milk, 11 a.m. you have to eat these fruits. Based on the season also, they are recommending seasonal fruits for the women. They are giving a proper diet plan also. So those are nothing but the safe motherhood booklets. And not only that, after once delivery is done, they are planning the vaccination for the children, and even at that time also during lactation, which kind of food they have to take, everything they are properly planning, and they will say like what to do and what not to do in this time. Okay, so that is this booklet. They are focusing on diet, rest, danger signs of pregnancy, and what are the schemes they are getting. So how they have to enroll the schemes, and they will be taking the details of bank accounts, everything under this MCP card and safe motherhood booklets. So these are the programs government is doing for women and as well as children, but nowhere they are addressed about men, right? So now they are extending this for providing of iron supplements to treat anemia in adolescent boys. Okay, slowly the step towards male started in our country. Okay, say this next article, guys, read out the title. Unwinnable war. The US should US should pursue a deal with Iran and not take a maximalist stand. So this article is talking about Iran and US. What is happening between these two? These two are enemy countries or friendly nations? Enemy nations. US with Israel started attacking this Iran, and in retaliation Iran started attacking this US military bases and as well as Israel, and escalation of war happened multiple times. And what happened? Whatever the Strait of Hormuz is there, Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz. So because of this global oil disruption, supply chain disruption happened. So now US and Iran went for talks. First time this talks mediated by Pakistan, and that failed. Second time talks they went on, they failed again. And in the recent news, we saw that ships had been attacked by Iran in the Strait of Hormuz of US. So because of this, it is in news now. So this article is saying that US should pursue a deal. If deal is not happened with Iran, then what happened? Continuation of war will happen. We don't know when this war ends. The same scenario you can see with Russia-Ukraine also. Russia-Ukraine war started in 2022. Now we are in 2026. Even today, this war is going on. There is no stopping of war. If there is no agreement, or if there is no ceasefire, if there is no dialogue between the countries, then what happened? Indefinitely, that war can be continued. If this war happens like this only in this West Asia, entire globe will be, entire our planet will be getting affected. Why? Because of oil. So this West Asian countries are rich in this fossil fuels like crude oil and as well as gas. They are supplying to maximum number of countries. So if this war which is extended to indefinite period, obviously it will be affecting. So because of this article title is saying that US should pursue a deal with Iran, and it should not show maximalist. That is nothing but big brother stand in this West Asia. If US is continuing to show this big brother attitude, will this Iran accept that? If Iran is not accepting, can they come up with a deal? If deal is not ended, other countries will be also be affected. So that is this article. Are you understanding here? Okay, now let us see in detail. US led some military efforts against Iran, and US came up with operation called as Operation Project Freedom. And in this Operation Project Freedom, what US is doing is, whichever the ships which are moving in the Strait of Hormuz, they are providing escort services. Even India did the same kind of exercise. What is the name of that exercise? Yes, Operation Sankalp. Yes, can you recall that? Operation Sankalp is same kind of exercise. India started to provide escort services for the ships which are moving in the Strait of Hormuz, which are bringing this crude oil and gas to India. In the same way, now US is providing escort services for this ships which are moving in the Strait of Hormuz, and the name of this operation is Operation Project Freedom. So how can you get a question? Pair-based question is possible. Operation Sankalp, Operation Sagar Bandhu, Operation Epic Fury, Operation Project Freedom, and they'll give you what is that. And you have to identify which of the above pairs are correct and incorrect. Is that possible? Yes. Okay, so what happened in this operation? Ships are moving, especially UAE related ship is moving, and US is providing services, escort services. Iran attacked that. Because of this, it is in news now. Okay, if you see the timeline of this war, when it started in 2026 on February 28th, it had been started, and in response, Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, now US is making certain efforts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Especially, they are providing escort for this merchant vessels, and they announced with threats of force like that. So the issue is going on between Iran and as well as US now in this region. So what happens if this deal had not been finalized, if they're not coming up with a trade deal, or if they're not coming up with a dialogue, then what will happen? US will be also having impacts and Iran will be also having impacts. So what is the impact on Iran? So it cannot strengthen its negotiation power, and even if they are not opening the Strait of Hormuz, entire world trade will be getting affected, and this West Asia's economy will be affected the most. And for US, what happens? Economic fallout can happen, and even social media threats are ineffective. And next one here is, it may also lead to political damage for US name and fame in total. Okay, so that is the thing which mainly said, guys, nothing more than that. Say this article, building hazards. India needs to do more to both prevent and fight fires. Okay, if you want to understand this article, recently one fire erupted in a building in East Delhi region. So because of this, it is in news, and 9 people were killed in this incident. Around 15 were injured and they are rescued. Okay, recently in last year we discussed about many a times fire in buildings. Last year we discussed about fire in which area? In Hyderabad, in Charminar area. Entire family people, they were died because of short circuit, eruption of fire. So this kind of incidents are more and quite common in India. Okay, so now you guys, if we are not taking any action related to this fires, is that right? No. Then what we have to do? If you are a district collector, in your district, if you are getting reports of repeated building fires, if you are getting, if there is increasing pressure on you to take some measures to control this, what kind of things that you can do? Any civil engineers? Any civil engineers? Huh? Underground electricity. Next. Any civil engineers? No one? Come on, tell me, what can we do? If you are a civil engineer, in your interview, this will be the question for sure. They will be asking about dimensions, they will be asking about types of buildings, they will be asking about the ratio of cement and sand and alternatives for sand. They will be asking about this kind of building codes. They will be asking about fire alarms. So this will be quite common questions in your interview if you are from civil engineer. You have to know about that. And normally this time, in the most of the interviews, in the final interviews, they focused on their graduation background more. So you have to know about your graduation related subjects, knowledge. You have to go through that everything before your interview, guys. Because it is a common thing will be expected. If you are studying for the 4 years in one course, obviously they will be testing your knowledge in that 4 years what you have learnt. We know what we did in your BTech and everything, but they don't know, right? Yes, only one night study. I will accept that. Ma'am, BTech, ma'am, we enjoyed. But they won't accept that thing, no. So they will be expecting that you did something, you learned something. And they will expect that you will be using that knowledge in your administration. Those people are 70s, 60s, no. Age gap is there, ego is different. Yes, so you have to know that. This time, each and every student who attend interview, they got maximum questions from the graduation only. Okay, you have to focus on your graduation related subjects also. Okay guys, tell me here what maybe the question can be asked in your, which kind of questions can be asked in your means. First one here is they may ask you about reasons. Next one here is they may ask you about what are the measures taken by government so far. And next they may ask you about suggesting of measures. You have to suggest some measures so that we can prevent this kind of incidents in future. Okay, now let us see here. This article is in news because of incident which happened in East Delhi. Around 9 people were died and around 18 people were rescued, I guess. Okay, now let us see this article. So this article is saying that we have to do more for both prevention of this kind of fires, and after once eruption of fire is there, in the disaster response also we have to take certain steps. Why urban fires are increasing? What are the reasons? First one here is rapid urbanization infrastructure issues. So most of the times in urban areas there are illegal constructions, unauthorized constructions are happening. So because of this there is no proper ventilation and even no proper fire related infrastructure like fire alarms, fire extinguishers, etc. And next one here is whatever the electric wiring is there, it is very old. Recently we discussed about one slum area, entirely 200 plus hertz had been under fire because of the short circuit only. Even in urban areas also many a times this fire will erupt because of this kind of old wiring system. And next one is poor urban planning. So there will be many a times congested layouts, very narrow lanes, and even if you want to call this fire engines also that cannot enter into that. That is also one major problem in urban areas. And next one here is we are having governance challenges. Many a times political interference will be there and illegal colonies, especially politics is like attracting of vote base and how to get more number of voters. So because of this what happened, even without fire safety upgrades and standards, there will be rapid expansion of the slums can happen in the urban areas. And next one is there is no proper public awareness itself. Public don't know like how they have to build a building with proper safety standards. And even we have national building code, but how many of our people knows about this national building code? Very less. And even government is like not bothering about let them know about this building code before building like that. And next one here is faulty machinery will be there and poor maintenance, especially in these industrial areas, and there is no proper handling of hazardous materials, especially because of this many a times we can see firecracker industries burst in the news. And next one is even because of climate also severe heat is happening. Because of this excessive use of air conditioners, if there is increased load, if that house is not having proper earth system, obviously it will be attracting this kind of short circuits. So these are the major causes for this kind of disasters in urban areas. And what are the measures already which are there in our countries? First one is about this national building code. So this building code tells about how a construction of house should be and how we have to maintain that, what are the exit routes, ventilation, everything will be given in this national building code. But the problem here is lack of awareness about this national building code. And next one here is we have model building bylaws 2016. They will be focusing on use of fire resistant material for construction, and they says about installation of fire alarms and even detention systems and adequate light and as well as ventilation so that this whatever the smoke is there it should easily go out of the home. And next one is we have Fire Prevention and Fire Safety Act. And next one here is we have model bill to provide for maintenance and fire emergency service for the state 2019. It is at state level. And we have expansion modernization of fire services in states act. So here although we have many things which are focusing on fire safety in India, Even today we are having this kind of accidents. That means there is no proper implementation of laws, no awareness for the people. So it is your responsibility to increase awareness to the people, and you have to ensure that whatever the laws which are there in our country, they are implemented properly. Okay, that is your responsibility in future. Say this article, guys, should the abortion law be amended for minor rape victims? Why we discuss this article in our earlier classes? Can anyone tell me why it is in news? Recently, Supreme Court gave permission for 15-year-old girl to abort at 30 weeks of pregnancy. What Supreme Court said there? We cannot make a strict compliance on a child to carry a baby, because we are giving more respect to reproductive autonomy of a woman rather than rights of the fetus, right? Okay, so which law regulates abortion in our country? Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. When we came up with this act? In year 1971, and later on in 2021 we recently amended that act. So what are the provisions under this medical termination of pregnancy? Why we came up with this act in 1971? In our society is a patriarchal society. Yes or no, will accept this or not? That is male dominant society. In this male dominant society, if there is any girl child which is born, who is born, means what happened? Many a times we have this problem of female infanticide. And next one is, even whenever mother is pregnant, if they know that baby in the womb is like girl, they'll go for abortion. Yes, if they are going for abortion after certain age of pregnancy, means it will be harmful not only for baby but even for mother. So because of these reasons, what is happening here? There is no proper assured abortions in our country. So because of this, there is increased maternal mortality rate. Because of increased maternal mortality rate, government at that time came up with this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act of 1971 to control abortions in our country. Okay, so because of this in 1971, government came up with this act to control maternal mortality rate in our country. So what are the provisions under that 1971 act? We can go for abortions only till 20 weeks only, and that too we need advice of at least one medical practitioner, that is nothing but a doctor. And later on, we came up with amendment to the same act in 2021, and we extended that 20 weeks to 24 weeks. And next one here is, if the fetus is abnormal, we can go for termination of that baby, but there is no time limit for abortion if we have any abnormalities for fetus. And earlier in 1971, this act will be applied only for married women. Only a married woman can go for abortion. But in 2021, we removed this only married women, even unmarried women can also go for abortion. This clause had been added in 2021 Act. And 2021 Act says that before 20 weeks, if you want to go for abortion, we need to get advice of one medical practitioner. If in case it is like beyond 20 weeks to 24 weeks, then what happened? We need to get opinion of at least 2 doctors. And now Supreme Court said that especially for this minor rape victims, if they become pregnant, we should not give any age limit. We should not keep any age limit. We have to allow that rape survivors to go to abortion at any time. Why? The reason here is, many a times women, especially these minor girls, whenever they had this kind of rape things, they will be already facing this physical and as well as mental trauma. Sometimes they may not know that they are pregnant. They'll come to know that they are pregnant at a very later stages. And if they file any case, if there is any litigation happens, you know that judgment is very late in our country. So in the process of just going to police stations, attending the case in the judge in this courts, etc., if the time is delayed, then what happens? The rights of that minor victim will be getting affected. So because of this, we should not keep any time limit for this minor rape victims for abortion. That is the guidelines given by Supreme Court. And now Supreme Court is asking central government to amend this act once again and introduce this provision. Because of this, it is in news. Are you understanding? So this is about this article, nothing more. Okay, see this question guys, try to answer this. Consider the following statements regarding Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act in India. The original act was enacted in 1971. Second statement is the MTP, Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 2021, increased the upper gestation limit for certain categories of women from 20 weeks to 24 weeks. Under the amended law, termination beyond 20 weeks is allowed in the cases of substantial fetal abnormalities subject to approval by medical board. So, medical board has to certify that there is abnormality. So, which of the above statements are right? First one is right or wrong? 1971, yes. Later on amendment did in 2021. Next one is Amendment Act increased the upper gestation limit 20 to 24 weeks, yes. Next one is under the amended law, termination of pregnancy beyond 24 weeks. We have to show that there should be an abnormality. Who will say that there is abnormality? Medical board. What is wrong in that? It is also right. So answer is D, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, this time you can expect a question on this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act in Prelims 2026 case. Who are writing this exam, you have to focus on this act for sure. And see this next question. Which of the following categories are specially covered under extended gestation limit up to 24 weeks under MTP Amendment Act 2021? Which are the categories are involved? So first one is survivors of rape and victims of incest. Next one is minors, married women only. Survivors of rape, yes, that is about we are talking. And next one here is, they are minors also sometimes. In this case, 15 years only, minor only. Yes, married woman only. I said it also extended to unmarried women. They said only married women. No, even unmarried women also included. It will be wrong. And this one is incest. In your anthropology, I think you may come across this word incest. What is incest? Incest taboo. This is one of the most repeated topic in exam. A relationship between closely related family members. That is nothing but father-daughter, mother-son, brother-sister. That kind of relations are incest. In this act, even this incest also included. So only the thing which is wrong here is married women only. Because they include both married women and as well as unmarried women. So answer is 1, 2 and 3 guys. Okay. Here also, if you don't know what is this incest, keep it aside. You know that completely 4 is wrong. You can eliminate these options which are having 4. And next one here is, if you see other 2 options, 2 and 3 is there. That means incest is compulsory there. So you have to see options wise. If you don't know exactly what that statement is saying, if you see options, you will be getting a hint guys. By seeing options itself, you can try to eliminate some options, some statements, so that you can come with a correct answer. Don't stuck here. If you don't know something, see the options. Options will give you a hint. Okay. That's all guys. By this I'm concluding. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this class, please do hit the like button. Please do share this class to your friends. And if you have not yet been subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe guys. And if you want to start your UPSC preparation, we are going to launch a new batch guys, that too from this Monday onwards. And if you want to get more details of this course, or if you are having any queries, so please do contact us on this number 8074765513 guys. And if you want to meet me directly, you can come to our academy which is located in Ashok Nagar, Hyderabad, and I will be there in the office from morning to evening guys. You can come and you can talk to me, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.